What's up YouTube? Today's video we're going to be getting Giratina in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So what you need to know here first is you need to have beaten the Elite Four, and obviously you need to get given that a National Dex. Otherwise this is not going to be happening, right? Of course, with all the legendaries, mostly. Now, make sure you stock up on Dust Balls, because that's going to help you down the track at getting your Giratina and catching it. So you want to go to Spring Path. To get to Spring Path, you need to firstly go to Veilstone City, and from there you need to head down south. I'll show you the exact route how to get there, and I'll show you how to get the Giratina as well, and I'll give you a brief explanation on the puzzle you need to do. This is my max repels there. So from down here, just go down past the meteorites, head out through here, and there'll be quite a few trainers out here. In this part, I'm just going to dodge all the trainers because I can't remember which ones I've exactly beaten. I think I've beaten some of them, but I can't quite remember. And for the purpose of the video, I just want to get you guys straight to the point, right? So, yeah, firstly, don't go down that way because it's it's a dead end. So, yeah, so just keep going past these trainers here while I do a little dodge with the other trainers along here. Now, Giratina is at a pretty high level, so make sure your team has got a decent level too, and you know you're not going to get wiped out. So yeah, make sure you do that. I have uploaded guides how to get a Heatran as well, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, and Cresselia too. And if you want to check those out afterwards, make sure you do. So we're going to go through it into Send Off Spring. We're almost there. I'm just putting another repel on so I don't bump into Pokemon. Now there's going to be a rock climb here. Make sure you use a rock climb here and go up this little mountainside. Now what you want to do is you want to go this right hand side and keep going up here all through the little, I think they're daisies or flowers or whatever, and then you're going to go for a rock climb and you see a little cave here, so that's cool, and just go down into the cave there. And now we're in Turnback Cave. And make sure you save as well before Giratina. Once again, you want to... Oh, you could probably save in front of it. So let me just get this out of the way too, because we need to use Defog here. So make sure you've got Defog. I'm sure you've got Defog already. If you haven't got that, you can get that in the Great Marsh area. Okay, so it says 3 pillars for 30. So pretty much basically what this means, you need to encounter 3 pillars, right, before you enter a total of 30 rooms. That's how you get the Giratina. Just pay attention to the pattern of the rocks that accompany each door. If the pattern is different than the opposite one, enter that room, basically. So just follow. I'm not sure if this randomizes every time with the numbers, but this is the path that I took, and you know, you got there like really, really quickly. If someone wants to give a more in-depth explanation on this pattern, you can, but that's just a basic one that I did. I'll admit it, the first time I sort of just jagged it, so I'm just having a little look here. But yeah, as you go throughout the room, you can see the little pattern of the pillars there, and just keep going this way, and you'll get to Giratina. Now, it'll be in its a normal form as well when you encounter it. So, yeah, you can obviously change its form later on when you get the orb, I guess you could say. But yeah, when you look at these little things here, it's got like numbers on them, so that I guess that refers to like I'm not 100% sure what it's referring to. Maybe position of the doors in the room where you need to go and stuff like that. As I said, at this point, it's been a long while since I've actually done Giratina, right? So just copy this path, what I'm doing, and you'll get there like super fast. Okay, so there's like another pillar here. So there's the 3 and the 7. And then you want to go into another section. Now I'll be catching Giratina in this part, and I'll be getting it pretty quickly. So I'm going to show you my entire process. Here we are with the Giratina. It was pretty quick. Like I said there, if you're going to shiny hunt for it and stuff like that, so make sure you save right in front of it, and that way you can get your shiny or specific nature or ball or whatever the heck you want to do with it, right? So let's get the Giratina. Of course, you got the cool music as well, encountering Giratina. Put you in the mood for catching it, and it's going to have probably some pretty good IVs as well. So here we go. There's the Giratina. Firstly, what you want to do, you want to put a Paralyze on. So I'm using my Honchkrow here. I'm sure there's a lot of other Pokemon you use. You don't need to worry about it fleeing or anything like that. So just put a Thunder Wave on it. It's going to have some pretty decent moves here. Now, an annoying move that it does have is Pain Split. So just bear that in mind before you put it on low amount of health. It can recover its health, depending on your health. So That kind of works too. Now, it also has Dragon Claw too. That's a pretty powerful move on it at the same time. So I'm going to be dropping its health here with Nightshade. Nightshade isn't going to be doing too much because it's a much, much higher level than me. And Honchkrow is going to get destroyed here, which is fine. I'm going to be using, probably going to be using my Luxray here. But yeah, just put the Giratina down into the low red, paralyze it, and just chuck balls at it, basically, until you get it. I'm actually going to be using Luxray. Luxray's got Spark and Crunch, so Crunch will do some decent damage to it. It's quite bulky too on the defensive side, so having an Intimidate Pokemon is quite good too. That'll power down how much the Dragon Claw does to you. And just have a couple of potions on hand too, so you can heal yourself up and stuff. And just, the easiest way probably is just use Dust Balls over and over and over. As you can see, the Dragon Claw is doing very little damage to my Luxray here too. And you might be lucky and get some paralyzers too, so the Giratina doesn't run out of PP. So I was very lucky there. I got a defense drop and then it lived on 1 health, so it's on the lowest amount of health here, and it's paralyzed, so it's on 1 health and paralyzed. Now, as I mentioned before, that may not be the case. It may change if it does use Pain Spit, so bear that in mind. So just toss these. I'm going to show you the whole process of me capturing this Giratina with the Dust Ball. I like to show the whole process and just instead of the finished one, so you can know how much idea, how long it will actually take. So it's also got Shadow Force as its other move too. This is a little bit annoying because you can't throw any balls at it at this stage, and you don't want to do any more. If you don't want to do any more damage to it, you can either just use a potion or swap a Pokemon or use a status move, something like that, that won't affect the Giratina. Because this one was literally on 1 health there, which was pretty funny. And since it's a Ghost type too, you won't be able to use False Swipe, so just bear all that in mind too. So I just put it on low amount of health and ditch balls there. It will run out of PP eventually if you use a pressure Pokemon, so it may get rid of all its Pain Spits and be only using its attacking moves in. But just bear in mind, you've got to be on the clock there, so always safe in front of it, right? So it's going to be using the Aura Sphere on my Luxray. And Luxray is pretty much going to faint here. But I don't really want the Luxray to faint because my Pokemon are kind of powerful and they'll probably be able to take it out. And it has like a status move, like a Thunder Wave. And that's quite handy when the Giratina goes for Shadow Force, which can be quite annoying. And also got a couple of paralyzers here as well. Now, the only things I got left, just speaking of content here for post-game, the only things I got left to do now, I think I have to go do some of the legendaries like the Regigigas and other things like that in that park. So I'll probably be uploading those videos tomorrow there and getting all of them done, hopefully, throughout the next couple of days. And then I'll be looking at getting into some battles and stuff like that. I just wanted to get some of the legendaries and stuff out the way because I want them on my Pokedex and things like that too. And, it might actually help out someone that comes across this video. But yes, I definitely hope this helped you out here. I'm just going to keep showing the whole process because, why not? Let's keep throwing these Dust Balls at the Giratina and hopefully we can actually get it. Now, there is another section, I think, with Giratina. I think I was reading somewhere like a Shadow Giratina, but I don't think you can catch it. And it's like, you only see like a little bit of the Distortion World part. So I think that's in after this, like in the it's called again. Starts with R, something R Park. The name of it escapes me at the moment, but you can go and get it there too. I think you can get the other form of it or whatever. So yes, we're going to keep throwing some Dust Balls at it because why not? We want to catch it in Dust Ball. Dust Ball is probably the best one because it is in a cave and it's going to give you the highest boost there. Unless you just want a Master Ball it, which probably isn't the best idea because there's a lot of other easy ways to actually capture it. Now you could put this to sleep too. That could also work. There are a few Pokemon that get that, but I'd just say Thunder Wave. It's the most easiest, way to do that. I'm just trying to think of the perfect Pokemon on the top of my head here. Something that resists Dragon and Ghost, like a Fairy type, would do quite good against this, like at least tanking Giratina's moves. You just have to worry about Pain Spit, and that's about it. But if you had like a higher level with our Fairy type, that would do really nicely as well. So there we go. There's the Giratina finally caught there, nice and fresh in the green Dust Ball. And we'll have a little look of it here. We'll get some nice experience there. Dialga getting a level. I think it actually, learned Aqua Tail there. So there you go. There's the Giratina. A really cool legendary Pokemon. Almost like Giratina. And a Pokemon that's said to live in a world on the reverse side of ours. It appears in an ancient cemetery. Let's have a look at what Giratina's nature turned out to be. Because I've been pretty unlucky so far with nature. So we got careful. That's actually not too bad. It's going to boost special defense and drop special attack. So that's actually a pretty good nature. Like Giratina is fairly bulky in this form. Shadow Force and Pain Spit, the normal moves there. And that's pretty much it. We're going to send that to a box. If there's any other guides you'd like me to put out for other Pokemon, please drop them below in the comment section. If this video did help you out, please drop a like there too. Definitely would appreciate that. And in a few days, just for my regular viewers, I'll be back to doing my battles. I just want to cover a little bit more of this stuff. So, getting out of this place, if you just go out there, out of the door and back out, you'll get out there instantly into Send-Off Spring. But yes, that's pretty much it, people. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it insightful. I'll be back maybe with another episode. I think I've got 4 uploads today. All right, people. Peace out.